This is the place. I searched it up and down, couldn't find shit. Maybe some fresh eyes will do the trick. Swift and silent. Damn, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. What's the note say? Never heard of him, but I know someone who might be able to point us in the right direction. Ex-ranger by the name of Vickers, lives in Freeside. Let's track him down and see if he can get us on track. Bye. Nothing can save me. Not a noise.
Hello. So long. you spare a few caps, stranger? I'm a veteran down on his luck. Wait, is that Russel I see with you? Y'all help me out, right? Rangers always stick together. Thank you, much obliged. Hendershot. I think I know who that is, but... just...
Jesus, I knew he was living on the streets, but to be strung out like this? I never imagined it. This man was strong. A fucking rock. How did he end up like this? I can't even look him in the eyes. Yeah, maybe you're right. It's just not what I was expecting. See if you can talk to him about getting help, then ask about the name.
Yeah. Addiction. Look, I'm just between jobs right now, and I get a little fix here and there to get me going. I'm fine, I swear. I hate this stuff, but it works. Get a damn splashing sound in my ears, can't get it out. Guess it's better than being strung out. I'll do like you're saying. Talk to the follows. Before I head off, what was your question? Hendershot. Oh yeah, he's a zombie arms peddler hidden away in Koya Mountain. Where that is exactly, I don't know. Know the man who can tell you though. Ranger by the name of Handley. Used to be in Russel's unit. He'll know him. He knows the Spring Mountains better than anybody. That's why they got him up at the outpost on Mount Charleston. Give him my regards.
You did right by me on that one. I won't forget it.
Hello.
What's up? Like what? You're a persistent fuck, aren't you? Well, back when I was property of a certain centurion, I made the mistake of defying his instructions. He assaulted me, so I removed one of his eyes with a knife. In turn, he broke my legs, chained me to a wall, then tortured me. He took a shish kebab, used it to cook my eye in the socket, then he took a few hours roasting my face. That answer your question? Good. Like what? Does it matter? Shit, okay. I was born a tribal, if you can believe it. One of the Fredonians near the Grand Canyon. Don't remember too much, other than my mother. Some of the men teaching me a few things here and there. Some of the language. I do remember the trees, their smell, the cool air up on the rim. People forget how different it is up at the higher elevations. It all ended when the Legion showed up, though. Like a bad dream or something. They just erased the Fredonians from history. I couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 when they took me. Made me a slave. Got sold to a centurion, and that was my upbringing. I suppose you could call me the last of the Fredonians. Pretty fucking corny, huh? Like what? There's nothing left to see. All of it is under Legion control anyway. I've never deluded myself into thinking I might stand on the rim again. No, Vegas is my home now. It's just pretty enough to make me forget the ugliness that's always lurking underneath. Sort of like a hooker. Like what? Vegas is not NCR. The Desert Rangers fought to defend their homes, not expand some half-assed empire that touts liberty for all. When you swear an oath to the NCR, you become another cog in their machine, nothing more. We were in a tight spot when the Bears swooped in with their offer. That's what they do. We sold our souls for some peace of mind. I always thought the Desert Rangers would die in a bloody final stand against the Legion. Instead, we got a nice, polite funeral and a monument. That's why I hate that fucking thing. It tells everyone How the true Rangers were neutered and filed away, forgotten. We were the heart, no, the balls of the Mojave. And the NCR put the scalpel to us. Sometimes, I wish I'd bought it before it happened. Like what? I don't like the idea of giving total control of New Vegas to a single person, much less some freak who's living in a test tube. Hal seems like he's shooting for perfection, and that ain't possible. No amount of Securitrons can change human nature. The only thing worse than a government is a government led by one man. Hell, it would be one man. That's a recipe for failure. Like what? You know, I save opinions for things like food, guns, women, that sort of thing. The Legion doesn't rate an opinion. I shit on the fucking Legion. An army of slaves is no army at all. They're insects who worship a dirty old man. All they have is their reputation, and let me tell you, it's bullshit. I've seen the hardest Centurions piss themselves in their final moments. They like to pretend they're more than men, but they ain't. Stick a knife in their guts, turn it slowly, and they'll cry for their fucking mama. I guess I was wrong. I do have an opinion. The Legion is an army of cunts. Every last one of them. And they're going to lose. Maybe, maybe not. All I know is they're chunking spears at people armed with assault rifles. The odds are against them. Like what? They're weak, and corrupt to the very marrow of their bones. A few senators hold most of the power. Kimball is just a talking head. They'll tax you to death, but can't keep the roads safe. Towns sacrifice autonomy and self-determination with nothing to show for it. It's a giant scam that only serves a handful of cattlemen, mining barons, and other rich fucks who've paid off the bureaucrats. They show up to your town, throwing around bold words like freedom and security. People eat it up. All they get is taxes and false promises. Maybe that system worked for the old world. When communication was better, there were more people, something. But it doesn't cut it now. You can't count on some government to help you. Self-reliance, with communities trading and working together, that's practical right now. Glad to hear it. After the Legion is whipped, we can get to work kicking the bear out. Like what? I'd fight for it, and I'm sure that others would too. Most of the locals resent the NCR. This ain't California, it's motherfucking Vegas. I don't trust House. Maybe a wild card is what we need. I'll take a bit of anarchy over some outsider telling me how to live my life. Like what? It's not bad. The pay is good. You get to see a lot of the wasteland. And it keeps you on your toes, makes you sharp. Back when I was with the Rangers, tracking and stalking enemies was about the greatest pleasure you could experience in the field. You're stacking your mind, your body, and your weapon against another human being. Well, most of the time they're human. After all the waiting, when you do finally catch up to them, nothing beats the red mist. It's better than making a woman climax. That's it, partner. Good to know that we think alike on this issue. Like what? Let me be clear. I'm not talking about doing it like some sick fuck who kills homeless hookers with steak knives. I'm talking about combat, survival. I first killed a man when I was 16. Shot a raider through the throat with a .308 from 300 yards. Decent shot. It fucked me up bad. I couldn't stop thinking about the finality of it. He had ceased to exist because of me. The second one was a legionary. Caught shrapnel from my grenade during an ambush. He died slowly. I kneeled beside him, watched him go. You watch a man's soul drift out of his pupils, It changes you. Nothing is the same, no matter what anyone says. Wasn't as bad as the first, though. The third one was special. It was a raider who'd come near our position at night, just wandering, smoking. He had no idea what was coming. By that time I was getting good with a knife, and I was strong for my age. The sergeant gave me the nod, so I started slithering towards the raider. It was cold that night, lots of stars. Time moves slowly when you're trying to kill a man close up. You see, smell, hear, everything. He was taking a drag when I jammed that blade into the base of his skull. He went down faster than I expected, almost knocked me off my feet. The first 2 times, I'd been afraid, overwhelmed with empathy. The third time, it was simply exhilarating. I could fuck the most beautiful woman alive, drink the finest liquor, smoke the best tobacco, and nothing will ever match that sensation. It was conquest and domination. That's the purest instinct for anything that draws breath, and I was determined to feel it again. Maybe you want to judge me, maybe not, but deep down, in that part of you that is still an animal, you know it's true. We're born to kill. You can't. Not ever. You start trying to make excuses for the other guy, he'll take advantage of the opportunity, and then you're dead. Like what? Titus Vulcanus, Centurion, Primum Pilus. He made a habit of repeating his station to me so I wouldn't forget. It's hard for most people to appreciate the depths of slavery. When you're chattel, there is no you, only the owner. You're an extension of their estate, nothing more. You must obey in all things, without question or doubt. Titus knew this better than anyone. He loved to burn things, burn people, and to make others watch. Beyond that, he had only one other source of pleasure. He had a stable of boys in his tent. Spent his nights doing things to them. I was one of those boys. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. Like what? Fun. Well, if I'm not on a job, I love a sip of good scotch, company of a beautiful woman, or a game of poker. Fuck Caravan. Only thing about poker is that I can be a little cantankerous if things don't go my way. Last time I played, some asshole beat my flush with 4 jacks. Bullshit, right? He started laughing, so I smashed a bottle over his head. I was forcefully escorted from the premises, asked not to return, as if I was the first motherfucker to fight in that shithole. Ridiculous.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am ready to process our transaction.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified physician and can fix whatever is wrong with you for a reasonable fee. If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes. Your injuries aren't too severe. I can patch the scrapes and lacerations pretty easily. All right, sit still and let me work. You're back. Do you need medical attention? I have reserved a small part of my supplies for sale. The profits go directly to the purchase of additional supplies to help the less fortunate. Very well. Take care.
People around here complain about the fiends. They're nothing compared to the 80s. You, you're gonna like it.
Come on.
Just dug your own grave. Gonna hurt you, you're gonna like it.
Evening.
What is it? A guy, huh? Wait, that isn't Russell I see with you. Is it? Shit, it is. Ugly as ever. Wait, what the hell do y'all want with Cholla Mountain? I'm happy to help you and Russell, but I hope you know what you're getting into. I typically make a point to talk prospectors out of going there. Cholla Mountain was a pre-war disposal site for nuclear waste, with miles of underground tunnels. It's not far from the Divide, actually. Thing is, that place has always been brimming with radiation, and therefore ghouls. Hordes of them from what I hear. On top of that, Hendershot's a paranoid nutjob who doesn't like unexpected guests. Honestly, I don't know anyone who's come back from there. If I can't dissuade you, here's the spot on your map. The only reason I'm telling you is because I know who Glanton is, and I hope you catch him. Of course, I'm obligated to help a fellow ranger. You and Russell are always welcome here. Be safe in there. Watch your ass. Yeah, humped a lot of miles together. Fought the same Legion fucks. Saved each other's lives at least twice. Wasn't bound to last, though. I can't blame him for not going along with the treaty. We all lost something that day. I and a lot of other rangers lost our identities, and Russell, who I can see is seething over this topic, lost his family. Sorry, brother. I hate dealing with the pogues and shitbirds, but at least we have manpower backing us up. The Rangers are solid, no question about it. Would I prefer to be a desert ranger? Maybe. Would I rather be a part of something that can kick the shit out of Caesar's Legion? Definitely. The Desert Rangers were a brotherhood, just like the NCR Rangers today. The banner changed, but the fight was basically the same. None of us thought any less of Russell for walking away. Some of the guys respected it, and a handful joined him. It's a hard thing to break ranks with your brothers and sisters in arms. I couldn't stand the thought of letting them fight without me.
If you'd have told me that Handley would end up a loyal citizen of the NCR, I'd have told you to stop using chems. Handley hated the NCR back when the treaty was signed. I thought he might leave with me. I guess time wearing their uniform changed things. Yeah, most of them did the same. It's still a little disappointing to see him in an NCR uniform, but at least he's doing alright. Hey there. Have you killed Quigley yet? I'll take that finger. Here's your reward. There's plenty of bounties left, so come back when you're ready to put in more work. You ready for the next bounty, kid? Last week, a caravan was waylaid north of town, but it's still a mystery who was behind the attack. One of the guards survived with a leg injury, but by all accounts he's a drunken ass. His name is Chesty, and he spends his days at the bar in Boulder City. Find this guy and try to figure out what happened. Our client is offering 500 caps for the apprehension or termination of the attacker, provided we get definitive proof. Good luck.